Except every time, like the suburban soccer mom is getting in her Tahoe from, leaving Target or arriving at Target, she's always talking on the phone.
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
Who are you
Not to
talking?
be.
Are they talking to each other?
And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast. Common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either there, chieftain. So let's try and learn something together today. Website, as always, dadmodepod.com. Twitter at dadmodepod, just use the hashtag #dadmode. We'll get all up in you. Joining me today, after his Friday hiatus, mostly because Andy can't count, and we'll get into that. Uncle Nick is back on Twitter at Nickason. Hey.
Hey Andy, how's it going?
Now, have you ever had such a good sleep after a week of where you maybe didn't sleep enough, and then you wake up and you almost feel hungover?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had that plenty of times. Well, typically, having a long work week and stuff, you get like when that weekend comes, it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about going into work the next day. You just cocoon yourself, and it's great.
Because let's see here, during the week I maybe got like 5-6 hours sleep a night, and then last night I slept about 8.5. Now, in fairness, I did have a beer and half of a sleeping pill, so that might be factoring in too. But right now, I feel like hungover as hell, and I need a Bloody Mary. I don't know why.
Having trouble sleeping at night, or is Muggsy finally becoming a restless baby?
No, it's just a combination of watching during the day now, and then also just trying to keep up with work stuff at night. I'm like Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman.
Which Bruce Wayne? Which actor?
This might
Clooney?
No, Adam West. This might be a little too soon given the tenor of the current vibe of the country. But one of my favorite jokes is, what has holes in it and goes down an alleyway, or down an alley?
What?
Bruce Wayne's parents. Because you're supposed to say bowling ball, but then I hit you with the Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh my god! Yeah. I mean, you have to be a big comic fan though to kind of get that. I mean, not everyone knows who Batman
it's in the
is.
movies.
Not everyone knows what Batman is, believe it or not.
That's a lie.
We should do a poll.
Batman is the only thing that's holding Marvel at bay because no one knows who the hell Ant-Man is.
Ant-Man was a surprisingly good movie. I was pretty shocked. That Paul Rudd, man, he's hilariously funny, man.
Now,
remember when he was in Clueless?
Kind of a smooth segue from Marvel, which slightly annoys me at how good some of their movies are, but the fact that they just keep making everything into a movie now, and eventually it's going to be a point of diminishing marginal returns. But 27 types of parents that already annoy the piss out of me. Now, just a parent now, just under 3 months, or it's going to be 3 months on, September 6th coming up. And I already have archetypes / stereotypes / these types of people very well that already just completely annoy the bejesus out of me, and I hate them.
Yeah, I read your list. It's it's pretty funny.
All right, so let's dive right in, and we can crack wise a little bit on each of them as we go. And I have 2 spots at the end. Not gonna lie, we made 27, except I have 2 spots in the end. I'm sure I'll think of 2 other ones. But first one, here we go. Facebook brag parents. Now, I think I might have been slightly guilty of this. Well, except I'm more of the picture poster, not really the texting or the status update poster. You know what I mean? Where it's the parents, where it's the humble brag, and they're like, I don't know how parents of non-honor students can do it. I mean, little Jimmy has so much extra homework, and he's achieving so much. I sometimes it's too much to handle! ! And then that they're just fishing for likes.
I'm surprised they used the word Jimmy and not Aiden or Caden or Jaden.
No, Jimmy is spelled with 2 Y's.
Oh, damn it, Jimmy.
Yep. Now you absolutely know the types, right?
Well, oh yeah, of course. I think, everyone is a little bit guilty of it, and I mean, you have Facebook where you can have a little bit of leeway, but like you can't devote your whole Facebook posts and lives around your kids. It's just not right. It's a pain in the ass. You fill up my news feed, and it pisses me off a little bit. It's I mean,
How many people have you unfollowed on Facebook because of like either parenting humble brags or just talking about their kids too much in general?
Let's see how many. To be fair, I don't want to say a number, but well, I never
All right. So
unfollowed.
instead of a number, name names.
I'm not naming names. I what I do is there's a thing on Facebook. I think you can click on someone's profile. You can be like limit the amount of news feeds that you can see from this said person, and I think I've done that to 2 people.
Sorry, Comiskey family. He follows none of you.
Whoa!
Completely putting that out there. All right. Number 2, a PTA President Mom. Now, I'm not really looking forward to PTA. That's like the one. I have PTA PTSD already. And I know it's something that we're going to have to be involved with as far as going to meetings and parent-teacher conferences and yada, yada. But you know that there's always this one person. Now, I have to put the disclaimer out there that, yes, this could be a man, this could be a woman, blah, blah, blah. But I would say about 80% of the time, it's a female head. And it's, to stereotyping further, it's the woman who took time off on her career to raise her kids. Now her kids are her whole life, except she still has that corporate ambition inside of her. And now she channels that into the PTA, and she's just annoying the hell out of everyone.
Coming from a family that didn't have PTA, I don't feel like I can talk too much about this, but
Roseville doesn't have PTA.
No, I think
they just open bar days.
I kind of, I feel like we did, but my mom, she worked days, nights weren't really, for like worrying about me in school or anything, so I don't think she wasn't too involved. But I feel like the stereotype that I get from PTA moms, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they're out there to build and create enemies with people, like with other parents. I feel like they want to instigate, start something.
They want to turn it into like their mini kingdom and fiefdom and whatnot. And the typical passive aggressive. Oh, now Molly, are you coming to the bake sale on Saturday? What are you bringing? I am bringing this delectable triple fudge layer cake. Now I don't have any because I like to keep it trim. Except you know that it'll be a big seller because look at some of the parents in our place. Now, are you coming to the bake sale or not? And things like that. Number 3, drive across the parking lot, mom. Now, this is just a new one, and it's something that maybe quasi-parenting related, except I feel like 90% of the time it's the SUV, right, that's got either the kid's seat in the back or it's full of like kids' sports junk, and she's either texting or yakking on the phone while sipping a nice coffee, and she's just driving across the Target parking lot, through the lanes instead of going down a lane. That annoys the hell out of me. Plus, she's going like 20 miles an hour.
I was gonna question before the show started what that actually meant with the event. That totally makes sense now. Oh no, that's a pain in the ass. You could argue that's either moms, or you could argue that that's stupid teenage drivers as well, though.
I just blame everyone and hate everybody.
I mean, I don't know. Is it wrong that like even at like 11 o'clock at night at a Target when no one else is there, I feel guilty driving across the lines. Like I have to be in the mark. Oh wait, I got a quick Walmart story. Do you have time for a quick Walmart story?
Yep, fire.
I was at Walmart 2 nights ago. Had to buy a deck of playing cards because Walmart's usually cheap for stuff like that, and I was in the area. So the Walmart in Roseville has one way parking lots. So you have to go up one, down the other. It goes up down, down the lanes. Okay, I swear no one There were two cars that went up the wrong lane when I was trying to leave. I know I was going the right way, and these people just don't know how to effing use a parking lot. That's my biggest pet peeve. People don't know how to use a parking lot.
Number 4, the strollers allow you to drive into anywhere like a tank parents. Now, I was kind of excited to get a stroller because, State Fair is upon us, and I feel like State Fair and large gatherings like that, farmers markets as well, is a good example of it. Basically, these mofos think that if they have a stroller in it, and half the time the kid isn't even in the freaking stroller, that they can just barge into whatever, squeeze into whatever space, but they'll, excuse me, oh, excuse me, little stroller come through. And they don't have to yield to pedestrian norms and unwritten rules of general milling about in crowded places. But no, they can just squeeze through. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Because, Nick, I'm sure you've had this. You like to frequent crowded places, but then all of a sudden you're just standing there enjoying yourself at the concert or the state fair. You're waiting in line to get food. And then all of a sudden you feel the little tap on the back of your calf. And then you hear oh, excuse me. No, excuse me. Little stroller, little baby come through.
I definitely hear that. The person quiets their voice down like, oh, sorry, excuse me, oop, oop. They tone their voice down, thinking like, oh, that might justify. Oh, I have this big effing stroller.
And also an offshoot of that is the two moms that run into each other at the crowded place, whether it be the state fair, the farmer's market, or even the store, whatnot. And then they park their strollers side by side so it blocks everything in the walking route or aisle.
Oh, yep. I know exactly.
Oh, my God. How's Tamara doing in dance?
Oh, no, I totally get that.
Number 5, every conversation starts about you talking about your kids. It's like you literally have no personality anymore. Everything surrounds or revolves around your kids. And I understand that. And I get that the kids are like your main priority, except they shouldn't be your whole world. Why don't you tell us about your, scrapbooking? Why don't you tell us about your wine of the month club that you're in now? How about that? Instead of telling me about little Junior's poops.
Junior's poops. I think it's a trend though with parents. I mean, it's like your life is over.
Except kids, it's like one-upsmanship as well. Oh man, little Aiden got all straight B's, while little Jane got A's and B's, and and he's testing off the charts. He reads at a 4th grade level, even though he's only in 2nd grade. I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I did right.
I would be one of those parents like, yeah, he reads at a 4th grade level. Isn't your son in 5th grade?
Yep. Shut up. Since we're in such a politically correct world, we have to talk about the men. So it also includes the dads who only talk about the kids' sports teams. Like, sorry, Todd, I really don't care about little Junior's, Pee-wee travel hockey team that they skated to a 0-0 tie with the Dyna North last night. Woohoo! I know the Dyna North Snoopies are such a powerhouse in the travel hockey rec league. Do you believe in miracles? Yep. Number 6, the know-it-all blogger parent. Now, some might say that this is hypocritical because, we have a blog and we have a podcast, except I never claim to have all the answers. I literally have 0 answers, but I like to make fun of people who claim that they all have the answers. Now, this extends to, again, hate to go against her, but this is probably about 95% women.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. I totally agree with the women with this situation.
Although I have come across a fair number of dad blogs, except I feel like they don't have the same tone where it's telling you what to do. It's more like talking about what works for them, what they're still having frustrations with, and how they're adapting from becoming a dad. Whereas some of the mom blogs are like, you need to do this, otherwise I'm going to call child services on you.
Because I think every parent who has these opinions are like, oh, well, I did this and my son is doing so much better. I think they think every kid is their kid and their way, it's their way or the highway for however way they learned it or whatever they came to, I mean,
I would love to read Adrian Peterson's parenting blog. That might be too soon. Number 7. Wait, yeah, number 7. The don't rein your kids in at the store parents.
Yeah, I was confused with don't rein in your kids.
Like they're running buck wild, knocking things off a shelf, annoying other customers.
Okay, using words I don't know.
And then you usually just text on your phone.
Ignoring your kids while they create a ruckus and have to deal with. I feel like this was a trend, I think, in the news lately. I mean, you could argue this is almost like the diner incident.
It is, and plus, I feel like again, let's get rid of airs here because we stereotype here. It's perfectly okay. I feel like most times the moms are either in sweats or like the one-piece moo-moo, you know what I mean? And they got the thunder arms coming out the sides. The arms that look like hamstrings. There you go. And they're usually texting or doodling on the phone or talking. They're talking very loudly into the cell phone. And the kid is just like running around as kind of like a bee around a hive, and mama don't care. Mama don't care.
I know who uses a phone to talk to people anymore. Psh. Everyone knows it's texting.
No, I made this point a little while ago, but I maybe talk on the phone for personal, like not like work stuff, maybe 7 minutes a month total. Except every time like the suburban soccer mom is getting in her Tahoe from leaving Target or arriving at Target, she's always talking on the phone.
Oh yeah, I know.
Who are you talking? Are they talking to each other? Oh, I'm just leaving Target North. Where are you leaving? Oh, I'm leaving Target South. Oh, what a quickie dick. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Target South. Oh, that's a Rochester thing. I think not to be a stereotype. I feel like women are the ones who talk on their phone more. I think us guys, we kind of have that whole like nonchalant kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Random text that we send each other, and then it's like conversation over. I feel like women just have more to say. That's why I'm pretty bad on dates, because I have nothing to say when I'm on date with someone. She's like, "Oh, tell me about yourself." I work, I go home, I sleep.
Now, see, I'm a little rusty because I haven't had a first date in 7 years, but I've always found that it's best to ask them to talk about themselves.
I will put that down on my dating advice tips. Thanks.
Number 8. That'll be next up on the dad mode. Married first date advice from a married guy who hasn't been on a first date in 7 years.
I'll write that down.
There you go. Number 8, the gluten organic range-free mom, or free-range mom.
I wanted to say something, but I really won't. I have an aunt who does have to have a gluten-free kind of diet.
Yeah, except that's fine if she has celiac disease, but if she's doing it just because it's trendy and she's putting it up on the kid, that's where I want to murder somebody.
Yeah, okay, yep. I definitely sided with you on that if they're doing it to be all. Now,
it's you show up to the kid's birthday party, let's say it's like little Muggsy's 4th birthday party, and her little friends come over, and, we got the typical stuff. We got cake, we got juice, we got pop, we got like fun little stuff for the kids, and then, the gluten organic free range mom walks up to me and is like, excuse me, is this juice organic, or does it have high fructose corn syrup in it? I'm like, get the hell out of my house. That'll be the first response. Now, if the kid is diabetic or something like that, we will definitely make accommodations and yada yada if we know beforehand. But if the kid is just soft and she's raising the kid to be soft, get the hell out. Let the kid have a Pepsi. You kidding me?
The kid is soft.
Yeah.
Man, you up, boy.
Have a Pepsi. There you go. And this one is actually running long, except I'm greatly entertained. So maybe let's just do one episode a day. We'll make it like a 45-minute episode.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is good stuff, Nick.
I don't know. I'm having a blast. So.
Number 9, the coach, the dad who thinks he's a coach, except he's not a coach.
I assume you wrote this from your experience as coaching.
Yeah. Now, I coach youth.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I coached youth football for a while, and I had great parents. First of all, I want to put that out there. They were completely awesome, except looking across the sidelines and some of the other teams in the league, you could tell like the dads were on the sidelines. They're trying to coach up their kid in between plays, even though they're behind the rope and yada yada. And the first season I was involved, they made a big deal about you could have a head coach and 4 assistant coaches, right? And they all had to wear lanyards and credential stuff, and only they could be in front of the ropes as actual coaches on the sidelines. And I was like, why? What's going on with this? And they're like, well, too many dads just wandered onto the sidelines and were giving their kids one-on-one coaching instruction, and it got a little annoying. And I could definitely see that. And from the dad's perspective, I know you want little Junior to do good, except, you know, if you're not putting in the time as being the coach with the team during the week, during the practices, you don't get a cherry pick. You got to trust the coaches, let them teach technique, and, you know, hey, yes, you watch a ton of football. Maybe you played a little D-tackle in junior college, NBD, no big deal, but hey, let the coaches coach.
I have coworkers who have their kids are in sporting events, and my boss's kids are in basketball, and the stories I hear about her and the parents who watch the basketball are insane. I don't know if, from my boss's perspective, it sounds like the coaches just that their kids have just might not be experienced enough or know enough about the sport. But I mean, but these parents are like on the sideline yelling at their kids. The kids don't know who to look at, the coach or their parents, because they're both being yelled instructions of like how to defend the ball or how to take the ball in for a layup or something. It's crazy. It's so competitive for the parents more than the effing kids.
Yeah, right? and it just ruined everything for the kids because, I mean, it doesn't end up being fun. I mean, your mom's is yelling at you during the basketball game, and then she yells at you after the basketball game if you screw up and your team loses. And then you're like, no, we were going to get pizza after the game now, but now we're getting Taco Bell, and you're going to like it. And you're like, aw. Aw. Number 10, the have social media accounts for the kids already parent. Now, we've already talked about this a little bit. Yeah, the parents have the creepy Facebook profile, except I looked into this, and a lot of parents have Twitter accounts and Instagram accounts for their kids already.
Oh, really?
And they do the same thing as the annoying Facebook parent. They tweet and post in third person, like the kid is, like that 2-year-old kid is posting it, and it's just like, come on, man, come on.
You know, I've been thinking about this topic about the whole social media thing. Aside from social media, I think the one thing parents should do, I wish my parents had done. I think when email came out was I wish I had someone set up a Nicholas Assumption email account, for like Gmail, just for the fact, you know, to have an email account at least.
So you don't like your Conebone69 at Yahoo?
Well, okay. So for job hunting perspectives, you know, I wanted to have and I know my name's unique, but there was already a Nick Assumption at Gmail. I think there was already a Nicholas Assumption. I had to do like an Assumption Nicholas D at some, you know, at Yahoo or something, you know, to try to make, you know, have a nice professional email sign name. And like if you have a common name like Bob Johnson, you know, I'm sure it's hard to have a professional sounding email name.
Well, Nick, why don't you just do the cool kids do and buy up a domain and then route your email through the domain name. So it can be like me@nickassumption.com.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm going to write that down. We're going to have a meeting after this podcast.
Well, you do have a nick@purpleftw.com email.
Oh, really? Nice.
NBD, no big deal. Number 11. The nothing is ever my kid's fault. Ever. Parent. Ever.
So,
Ever.
I mean, this must stem back from like parents. They must have had some traumatic childhoods where I think they had to grow up to become like this, right?
I think it comes from a place of love where they want to think that their kid is perfect, except they take it over the top. Like, I'm going to love Muggsy, and I know that she's going to be smart and independent young lady, except if she screws up, I'll be the first one to point out to her, the other party involved, that she messed up. She screwed up. But some of these parents that are like, well, why didn't little Jaden get an A in his class, even though he missed 40 days of school during the year? He never brought home a shred of homework, and I never saw him doing any homework at home. But this is your fault, teacher. This is all your fault. Give Jaden an A instead of this D.
So it's not only saying that it's not my kid's fault, but it's everyone else's fault. So,
Yeah, that's all part of it.
Are the parents even taking any blame for this? Or?
No. They also deflect the blame as well. It's like, oh, how come little Caden didn't get any ice time? How come he's not skating on his regular lines in hockey? This is obviously the coach's fault. Other than the fact that Caden doesn't listen. He even swore at an assistant coach, and he skips practices sometimes because mommy forgets about practices sometimes. So this is obviously the coach's fault. They have it in for us.
Everyone else is to blame. It's a shame.
And you know that kid's going to grow up like, I can do nothing wrong. Everything is everyone else's fault. And that's a terrible attitude to have as an adult.
Oh, no, I totally agree.
Number 12? Number 12.
Yep.
The junior doesn't like broccoli, mom. Now, this is like the opposite of the gluten, organic, free-range mom. Actually, I would love to see these two moms like fight in an alleyway.
Why?
But all right, so it's gonna be the type where say you're at a dinner and then say it's Thanksgiving. Okay, I don't know why you'd have broccoli at Thanksgiving, but say you do. Now you're scooping up turkey, you got the mashed potatoes, and you got like a nice tray of steamed broccoli, and then the kid's reaching for it, and then she's like, "No, Junior, you don't like broccoli," and then you gotta think the kid's reaching for it. He obviously wants it. I mean, he's hungry. He's gathering up some food. Now, has he ever tried broccoli before? Probably not. So it's like the mom's taste, because odds are that she doesn't like broccoli, or she had a bad experience with it growing up. Like broccoli killed her parents or something. And again, that's too soon. You're not supposed to say that way too soon. Anyways, but the kid doesn't get a chance to try new and nutritious foods that he might really enjoy just because of the parents' tastes.
Oh, okay, I see what you're getting. I totally was thinking you were thinking about something else. Like, I thought you were pointing out like the parents who only let the kids eat, like the kids are picky eaters who only want to eat fish sticks or only want to eat chicken nuggets.
Other way around.
Okay, so other way around. Okay, so the parents who are neglecting to let their kids try new things. Okay, that makes
they're the ones that didn't like broccoli growing up, assume that their kid isn't going to like broccoli, don't let him try it, and then the kid's not going to like broccoli because he never tried it as a kid.
Wow, I actually never heard of this one before. Huh? Do you know parents that are like this?
Ish.
Okay.
Number 13, the stick figure family on the car parents.
I have. Oh, I want to comment on this. I know people who do that.
They're the ones that this is going to be too soon. If I have a Herb Brooks type incident where I have a heart attack at the wheel, the families with the stick figure families are the ones I'm going to aim for.
That's so harsh.
There's too many terrible things about that reference. We may have to cut that out. But
I mean, whoever invented this, first of all, let's give them credit. I wonder if they're millionaires or something, because I cannot believe, because everyone has the stickers now. My coworker, a good friend Lynn, she has some, but like they're surprisingly accurate. Like they have they make them for like the mom, dad, and if you have boys, they have boy ones. If you have girls, they have girls ones. If you have pets, they make ones for pets.
Yeah. Now I've seen so many variations of this. It's like I don't think it's something that you could copyright. Where, well, you could, except it'd be so specifically narrow. It's like, oh, it's this type of stick figure, and then there's many legal ways that you can get around it. But they annoy the bejesus out of me. And if I was a less scrupulous person, I would steal their identities because I know how many dependents they have.
Ooh.
I just need a piece of their mail, baby. Now let's go. Number 14, gamer dads. Now, I think we had a full episode about this, but basically, if you have kids, and I don't care if you're still in your 20s, you're not going to be spending 16 hours a day playing Call of Duty, son. I'm sorry. Sorry. Not going to happen.
Well, I mean, if you have them in a bounty swing, then it'll be okay, right? Is that okay?
Sorry,
hallway.
Janie, I'll change your diaper in a second. My clan is on a war thing. I don't know, World of Warcraft crap. My clan is on a raid. I'm gonna get the invisible sword of Nard.
Oh, no.
Janie's crying over the corner. The invisible sword of Nard.
Until the kid wants to play, and then the dad gets really pissed. No, go to your room. Look what you made me do. I lost 5 experience points because of you.
Number 15, what can you do? Parents. Now, these are tied in with the not reining in your kids at the store moms, because I feel like they're kind of cut from the same cloth, where it's like, the kid is acting up, acting the fool, cussing at adults, punching other little kids, and, the parent is just watching like, what can you do? Tyrese is Tyrese. I mean, he's got to do him.
I mean, I think there's an age limit to this. Like, you have to, like obviously, there are kids who don't understand. So, like, there are babies and stuff that can't help themselves. I'm assuming you're talking about like the more like younger adults who are like learning how to walk and know how to understand the words "no" when you say no. Correct?
Yes.
Okay,
And
so, yeah.
it's the failed NBC show, The Slap. Zach Quinto.
I heard of the show. I never watched it though.
All right, so I never watched it either because it looked really stupid. But the basic premise was this little kid was at like a birthday party and acting really stupid, like hitting little kids with bats and being really disrespectful. And then all of a sudden, Zach Quinto, who must have been like a friend of his parents, just comes up to the kid and just smacks the hell out of him, like right across the face, like what the 5 fingers say to the face, slap. Now, it's something that you really want to do to the kids of the what can you do parents, except you can't do that nowadays, but you really want to. 20 years ago, you could.
I just can't imagine Spock just slapping at a
You
kid.
should put him in the Vulcan death grip with the invisibility sword of Nard.
I'm gonna have to YouTube it. I'm gonna have to research if this invisible sword of Nard exists, because
Number 16, it doesn't. Get out of here. And number 16, or does it? It's invisible, so how would you know? The number 16, the 300-pound, my kids are my life parents.
Are we talking about 300-pound kids, or are we talking about the parents that are 300 pounds?
No, the 300-pound, I should put this in parentheses, there are quotes, my kids are my life parents. So the parents that are, walking around in the moo-moo are like 300 pounds, have like a 52-inch waist, and are just waddling around, and, they're at everything for the kids. They cash in the 401k, so little Gina or little Gina could go to gymnastics camp in the hopes of making the Olympics, even though she sucks and she hates gymnastics. And it's also the dance moms too. They're always fat. And soon as the kid graduates and goes off to college, that the mom is like 2 steps away from downing a fistful of sleeping pills and a fifth of Jack and calling it a day.
I was picturing the whole Honey Boo Boo show. I'm assuming
it is like Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah. Oh man, Coupon Queen. You have to appreciate like their heart is. You should put your kid, as a parent.
They're engorged hearts encased in fat and bad ventricles. Yes, I understand, but it's the whole stereotype where is the kids are your sole focus, that you lose sight of everything else, your career, your health, etc., etc. And once that kid is maybe the kid doesn't like all that attention, maybe they feel smothered, and once they hit 18, they're hitting the open road and they're gone, and then the mom or even the dad sometimes is going to die of a broken heart, and also a heart attack.
I assume they can fill that void with cats.
More
numerous
food?
numerous cats and food.
Liquor.
They're gonna eat their cats.
Yeah, or in the case of Honey Boo Boo's mom, a child molester boyfriend.
I'm so glad that shows. I'm so glad no one. I think we were probably the first people to mention Honey Boo Boo in like 6 months or whenever all that shit happened. I'm glad.
Number 17, the overtly not racist parents.
Yeah, you're gonna have to phrase this for me a little bit. I wasn't sure.
All right, now say you got the white suburban parents and the kids. They're the ones that go out of the way at every dinner party to say like, oh yes, little Jimmy has a black friend. They hang out. They're best of friends. They're good times. Now it's almost like the white guilt thing where they try to be overly not racist, and they say the new black family in the neighborhood, go make friends with them real quick. Let's do this. Or the new Chinese family in the neighborhood, go say ni hao. Go say ni hao. And they're the ones that are like over the top trying to prove to everyone and their mother that they're not racist. And that can also be just as annoying as racist parents.
This also sounds like a really good TV sitcom. What you're describing here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what.
Let's see. We are so not racist that we let our little Monica and just play with all of her black friends, whatever. What if she started dating a black guy? Well, and then they draw the line because you know that they're phony. Because deep down in everyone's core, everyone is a little racist. No one wants to say that, especially nowadays, but it's true. And I'm talking about white people, black people, yellow people, red people, everybody. We are all slightly racist at heart.
Which is fine. It's our protective zone. We have our little. Everyone has a little defensive mechanism like that. I don't know.
Well, I think it goes back to like tribal days, and you want to hang out with and associate yourself with people who look like you and are of similar background. And that's probably like written into the DNA, like biological stuff. Now, does that mean that you should go around burning down churches or anything like that? No. But if you have a chance to, not walk down, a certain neighborhood or, not drive through a certain neighborhood, you probably will.
I think down the road, I think probably long after you and I are gone from this planet, I think because the races are so intermixed now, and there's so many mixed races out there. I almost want to think that eventually racism will disappear, like
because we'll all be beige.
Because we'll all be this
beige,
like mixed tannish kind of color.
Hey, I mean, I did my part for the non-racists. I married a white girl. Where are all the white women at? I think she heard that. She's laughing at me. 18. Parents who swear in front of their kids. Now, I'm not talking about like the little damn or the occasional, shit or hell or anything like that, but the ones who consistently drop like F-bombs, both types, and like in front of the kids and just like casual conversation. It's like you're talking with your buddies down at the bar during happy hour. Maybe rein it in. Maybe rein it in when little Susie is just like 6 years old and just hanging around and learn out all these colorful words and ways to describe men who love other men, etc.
I had family members who I heard guilty of the definitely using colorful language in front of their kids, a little too like where my mouth drops like, oh, she heard that, right? Kind of like scenarios. You have to be careful, but I think you have to sit them down and like talk to your kids about like it's very hard to keep up that attitude and like you have to let the kids know like, listen, I don't really mean I don't mean this, and you have to like to make sure the kids don't follow these bad habits that the parents might just kind of naturally have.
Here's my thing too. I feel like the type of people who use the curse word, especially the F word, like every third word, that's a big sign of lack of intelligence. Because you look at stand-up comedians, and you and I are both a big fan of stand-ups. The ones who consistently drop F-bombs just for emphasis are usually not the best ones. And then you have a guy like Jerry Seinfeld who never swears and is hilarious. And where it's like it's more cerebral and whatnot. Now, I'm not talking about like guys like Chris Rock because he drops F-bombs all the time and it's phenomenal. But the ones who use the F-bombs as a crutch or even a wheelchair. Oh, Bob Saget.
What about Bob Saget?
He's terrible.
I don't think I've ever seen a stand up. I don't think I ever have.
It's a little dirty. It's pretty funny. It's super dirty.
But for him, I think that the funniness of it is someone who has that image of Bob Saget, the Danny Tanner of Full House, that mellow guy, but then like you see him as like they swear and talk about like having sex with the Olsen twins kind of like thing. You know, it's it's that shock value of it. But I know I totally get the whole people use F this, F that every couple seconds to kind of as like word filler, you know, to make it sound like a conversation that you're starting has some type of context in it.
Instead of they say fuck.
Yeah.
There you go. 19 deadbeat dads. Now this is one's pretty straightforward, but you know, I don't like to toot my own horn, but when I look at Muggsy's face, especially in the morning when she's very happy and smiling and just so excited to see Daddy, I'm like, man, there's no way that I could get on a bus and go to Detroit and leave her and leave my family forever. I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I think that's just you. I'm sorry. I don't know any dad who stuck around. No, I'm kidding.
Because
I'm kidding.
I don't know if it's like wiring or you know how they were brought up. Maybe their dads ran out on them, but I could never see not having little baby in her life, no matter like what happens.
That's what makes you a great guy. I mean, you know, there's a lot of shitty guys who I think I've seen them all on the Moy show, who just you know
except no, they're not the fathers.
Half the times they are, and half the times they're not. And I love Moy for mixing it up to like, and like how he announces it. All right, Tyrese, you are not the father. Like and everyone's screaming. The mom runs out, and then they're like, Moy's like, okay, let's find out another guy who you banged who could be the father, and then they'll have him on next week. It's great show. America.
It is kind of a good show. So this goes back to the Chris Rock, his whole thing. Oh, just because you take care of your kids and you're bragging about that, what you want, a cookie? Do you want a cookie for doing what you're supposed to do? I love Chris Rock. Anyway, that's pretty much all of that. Number 20. Now this one ties into number 1, the Facebook brag parents, but the fishing for Facebook compliments mom.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
they always post something whiny and slightly cryptic, or is like, I just can't handle this anymore! Exclamation point. And then you'll get like the several comments of, oh, what's wrong? If you need any help, just let us know. Blah blah blah. You're doing great. You're such a good person. Oh, I love you. Blah blah blah. Hate them. Hate this.
For attention.
Burn Facebook down. Come on, Pookie. Let's burn this mother to the ground.
Whoa. Oh,
except only leave one page, facebook.com/dadmodepod. Actually, is that
we'll leave just that one.
It might be. Yeah.
Dad Mode Podcast. I don't know what the actual email or the website link is. I don't know. You just have to look up Dad Mode Podcast.
Yep, there you go. But anyways, these plus, you know, they have like-minded friends, so the ones that are also posting their own whiny fishing for compliments posts are the ones that are liking it. And then, like, this whole, I just can't take it anymore, or I'm a terrible mom, exclamation point, gets like 59 likes and 74 comments like, no, you're such a great mom, and you work and you try so hard, and blah, blah, blah.
So it's like fishing for, like, when you post something negative, you're looking for people to bring you up, so... Oh, I thought
it's like I don't deserve happiness, and then 95 people come in. Oh, yes, you do. You're such a great and wonderful person.
Well, you got to be that other 5% who goes out and be like, "Yeah,
you're right.
You suck.
You don't deserve happiness." You know why?
Job.
Yeah, happiness maybe not cut out for everybody. Maybe happiness can be a hobby for you.
A hobby, huh?
Instead of a career. There you go. Number 21, dads who wear backwards hats.
Okay, you have a thing against hip dads? Come on. Who live
no, once you're a dad, you turn in your hip card. Only Tony Hawk can be a cool dad.
Is he a parent?
Yeah, he's got like 5 kids. Plus, he's like 55.
No.
That's all right. Now I'll erase it to the Wikipedia on that one. All right, 68. So 32, 17, 47. No, he's 47. Fine.
Oh yeah, crazy.
He's still pretty damn old though.
I wonder if he's still making money skateboarding and stuff. I mean, I don't think he can. I mean,
I think he was just in a Fiat commercial.
well, he was in Tosh.0, I think, a couple of years ago.
There
That was
you go.
really funny.
But anyways, basically, if you are a father, especially if now I give a little leeway for like the 20-year-old dads because you're still trying to phase out your youthful phase, and maybe it was an oopsie kid. You know what I mean? Maybe Felicia, and just a little late one night, and you forget little things, or a little broken prophylactic, or Felicia said that she was on the pill, except she wasn't on the pill. That whole thing. Bye, Felicia. That's the
Damn,
only reason I
Felicia.
brought that up. Yeah. So I give a little leeway to the kids in their 20s, but if you're 30 or in your 40s for sure, you can't wear a backwards hat, and you can definitely not wear Affliction or Ed Hardy or anything like that because you just look like a douchebag.
What if it's like a bald guy?
You are relegated to plain polo shirts, cargo shorts, and that's it. The dad look.
Wait, how about the T-shirts that say "No fat chicks" on there? Can I do that?
That would be
No fat-
acceptable.
Okay.
Except then look at your 300-pound wife whose life is all about the kids.
No, that is not what's going to happen.
Mom, I'm thinking about going out of state for college. What?
College? You're too fucking stupid. No.
Number 22, parents with fat kids who don't set good examples and complain that their kid is fat. So they're the ones. All right, so I think it was Fed Up, or maybe it was Food Matters, one of the food documentaries we watched on Netflix, and it was this dad. I think we actually talked about him on a previous show, but this dad who complained about his kid being fat and lazy, except he was fat and lazy himself.
Yeah.
And he kept bringing McDonald's into the house, and then he also, I think he had like a mild cardiac infarction on film during the show.
You suck, son.
Yeah, I mean, again, this goes to the never blame everyone except yourself sort of mentality, where it's like, why my kid's fat? Blame Obama, blame the schools, blame everything like that, but it's not our fault. It's not our fault that we had the Pizza Hut big box deal with the cinnamon twists and the hot dogs and the crust on a random Tuesday night. Yes, that's a weeknight meal for us. No, not our fault. And instead of going for a walk afterwards, we played some Wii. And not even the active Wii games, the ones where you actually play with the controllers. Those Wii games.
Exactly. Let's just play those games all day. Yeah, it was setting the example for kids. I mean, I think what annoys me the most is that it's hit the hypocriticalness of like the parents who like my dad who's a gambler. He gives me crap anytime I want to put a couple bucks in for the lotto. Yet I'm talking to him on the phone while he's at Treasure Island. I'm like, fuck.
Know when to walk away. I know when to run.
Exactly.
Your dad's Kenny Rogers?
He's a little bit. But
I'm Kenny Rogers.
Not as successful.
Do you remember Mad TV?
Oh, yeah.
Will Sasso as Kenny Rogers? That was a great time.
the Kenny Rogers jackass, and they did like him trying to do.
All right, now that was a great setup because it was Mad TV from 10 to 10:30, and then 10 to 10:35, and then 10:35 SNL came on. That was just a great 2-hour block of comedy.
Yeah, because then at the 10 o'clock you can see Josh Myers, and then you can go at 10:35, 11 o'clock, and you'll see his brother Seth Myers do weekend update.
All right. Now, I just realized 23 was the blame everyone else parent. Is we kind of already covered that. So the new number 23, the mom on food stamps who still buys a carton of Marlboros in the same transaction.
Oh, I think I saw you post a Twitter post on this one.
Yeah. All right. So it's the now I'm a little right of center when it comes to things like fiscal responsibility with the government. I don't want to make this a whole political thing, but I am more left-leaning when it comes to social issues. And I feel like things like food stamps is perfectly fine, especially when there's children involved, which Minnesota has the WIC program, which is basically a voucher so that parents with kids who meet a certain income level can use these vouchers to get like bread, cereal, produce, dairy. I think eggs is on there as well. So make sure that the kid is properly fed. Now, that's perfectly fine. But if you're running that transaction when you're getting like $50 worth of WIC food for the kids, and then you have that little divider bar on the the shopping conveyor belt, and then you're buying a pack or a carton of Marlboro Reds, which is like $92. No, we gotta stop this.
Well, it's setting a good example for your kids, and you want what's
just
best for them.
Get the cigarettes on a separate trip. Don't insult the system like this. You're spending twice as much out of your own pocket, which might actually be coming from welfare, but that's a whole nother argument for another day. On cigarettes, just so you can go to flavor country, instead of you're doubling up the cost of the food that you just bought for your kids. Sorry, we just bought for your kids.
I never actually I never had to deal with food stamps, so I don't know the system.
I only know the system because I worked in a grocery store for a long time. But now just play ball with us a little bit. Either break up the transactions or get a carton of Parliaments, which is like $70. Save a little money. You know what I
mean? Parliaments. Oh my God.
Mama's got to get the flavor country though.
I mean, don't they? I mean, with stuff like food stamps, I mean, don't they limit the type of things you can buy with those?
Yeah. Well, she's not paying for the cigarettes with food stamps. She's paying that with cash, probably from her welfare check.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's
yeah, because the WIC programs and EBT and food stamps, you can't buy booze or cigarettes or soda even. I don't think.
Good.
Yeah, there you go. Now, I sell blank spots for 24, 25, 26. Now, what are some fillers that you have?
I was thinking of one that popped in my head right away is the parents who have 20 kids and who can't financially take care of themselves for it. And I'm not talking about the parents who work hard and can do this stuff. Who was that mom that had the octuplet mom? Octomom. That's and right away I think she already knew that. Oh yeah, don't worry, the government's gonna pay for my kids, to have all these kids. I'm like,
well, didn't she want them all so she could get a reality TV show?
These are so bad reasons to have kids.
Yeah, and I think her house got foreclosed on because she got a mortgage with a balloon payment in it, which is beyond stupid. And didn't she do an adult video or stripping or something?
I think she was trying to maybe do that, but okay. But the thing, she had 6 kids before. No, I won't get in an argument of how many kids I think a family should have. I mean, that's everyone's own little business thing. But holy fuck, she had 6 kids beforehand. Why are you trying to get more? It doesn't.
If you can take care of your kids, that's perfectly fine. For example, the Duggars, before all the stuff hit the fan, that's fine. But,
what do they do? What do the Duggars do so they can afford 18 kids?
The dad owned commercial real estate and rental properties and stuff like that.
Okay, so he actually made plenty for his. Yes, they didn't need welfare or anything, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. So that's
even though TLC did pay to build their house.
Oh.
I wonder if TLC's we got a receipt. Can we get part of that equity back?
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So not knocking on the Duggars for that reason, and there's obviously reasons to knock on the Duggars, but stuff like the Octomom that pisses me. No. Don't have kids if you can't take care of them. That's my 2 cents of it. So coming from a guy who does not have kids.
All right. What else? We got 2 blank spots.
I was gonna say we could do one about the what I confused earlier, the whole parents will only let their kids eat chicken fingers, but I think that kind of ties in with the parents with fat kids sitting who don't set good examples. But the ones who like the kid will only eat fucking chicken fingers, and the parent just lets them do whatever the hell they want. So it's like it's all he eats. So boom.
The best thing to do is you can inject broccoli inside of a chicken finger.
Oh really?
No, but I'm sure you can actually.
I mean, there are creative ways. I mean, to get the kids to eat healthy or eat something different. I mean, this is from a guy who grew up. I was the worst example. I was the pickiest eater. I'd only eat burgers and fries. So I mean, I learned from my mistakes, and I know I won't throw those against my future kids. So it's just you gotta be stubborn with the kids. Kids are gonna whine. Oh, I want the chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I want the toy. You just have to man up and be like, no. And spray the kid with water in the face, like a cat.
Oh, like a little cat. Yeah, there you go. All right, Nick. We got one more, and before the coup de grace.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You think there'd be more annoyingness out there?
How about the parents that wants to be best friends with their kids, like want to act like them and stuff, and like be their buddy?
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. The mom who might have had the kid young, like when she was 19, and then she wants to hang out with her friends at the mall and just be the cool mom, and then she's the one who gets in trouble for giving them Bartles and James wine coolers at like their 14-year-old party. Then she ends up sleeping with one of the kids' friends. That is an actual story.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was just in the news. I was thinking the whole time Gilmore Girls at first, which I'm actually okay with, but but yeah, it's the annoying moms who like make it all out that they're trying to be way too hip than they should, like who like act like they're kids, Yeah, you don't need to be that. I mean, parents should be parents. There's a fine line of being their best friends and whatnot. So.
All right, and lastly, of course, the coup de grace, number 27, suburban soccer moms, which is basically a capsulation of all the previous 26.
Like if all the previous 26 moms had a baby together, they would be the suburban soccer mom. Is this like the last level boss in Mega Man? The suburban soccer mom.
Hashtag SSM. They're the real enemy. They're the real, well-intentioned, except still enemy.
I hope your neighbors are like suburban soccer moms. I would love to see, like, we should film a reality TV show about that. You versus neighbor suburban soccer mom.
I would if we could make a nickel off of it, except everyone and their mother has a reality TV show nowadays.
Oh yeah. We just
like I'm sure Sam and Nia. Number 28, Sam and Nia Raider.
Ooh, they'll have to post their whole lives on YouTube and exploit their kids.
Number 29, Josh Duggar. There you go. All right. Well, Nick, this is a lot of fun. Any closing thoughts on the annoying parent archetypes?
I think every person is guilty of maybe a little bit of each of these things. It's, I mean, you admitted the first one yourself. I mean, you post some things about your kids. I think everyone has a little bit of these things, but it's okay to, little bit all these things. You can't take it to the extreme. It's all about, you can't be full blown one of these things. You're not going to raise good kids.
How dare you talk about my child like that? Also, how dare you shop so much at Amazon? And the best way to help take care of the Dad Mode podcast is by clicking through our Amazon link on dadmodepod.com, bookmarking it, and every time you go to Amazon, just go use that bookmark, and we get a little taste of the same Amazon experience that you always get. And numbers are really piling up. It's been a good month, Nick. Now, what's the last thing that you bought at Amazon?
The last thing I bought? What did I buy out of it? Oh, yeah, but I got my Hyundai, my sun visor.
Hyundai. All right, what's the next thing?
Speaking of my Hyundai, my struts have been kind of shaky. I'm actually looking at, if I can't find a good deal at the local stores, I might actually see if I can order struts online. If I can get like free shipping on them, that'd be bank. So I might have to be
uptown struts you up. Uptown struts you up.
exactly.
There you go. Also, another way to take care of us is tell a friend. You know, you're sitting in your little mommy and me classes, or I don't know, your dad groups, like in What to Expect When You're Expecting. Except I don't think those really exist. Just talk about the Dad Mode podcast. A little offhanded, not a know-it-all, more slightly comedic, slightly deranged dad point of view podcast, and it's a good time. We'll just keep our numbers going up and up. And we know that you only listen for Nick, but listen for me too. It's okay. It's okay, baby.
Yay, me.
Yay. Show's available on iTunes as well. Subscribe, rate, and review. Facebook.com/dadmodepod. I just confirmed that. Give us a like. We're up to 270 some. We need to get over 300.
Oh, wow. Cool.
We need more likes. Follow us on Twitter at DadModePod, me at Andy Carlson Show, or Nick at Nick Son. Website, as always, dadmodepod.com. But we going. Be a man, be a father, go dad mode, and we'll see you next time.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.